I spoke to some of them. They mentioned names. Big names.
You talk to the young boys.
The young boys. And you'll be shocked. Journalists, chiefs, politicians.
You are mentioning these names.
Oh, Papa, they are the ones behind it. Everyone in this country. So I went to the first site. Then from there, I moved to the second site. When we got to the second site, I nearly fell into a deep hole that they've intentionally created.
Intentionally?
Yes. So when you get there, in order for you not to come catch them, they've actually dug so many secret holes and cover it with leaves and stuff. I nearly fell into it. But for the intervention of whoever supreme being that is guiding my steps.
So they actually dig it and then they cover it with leaves? They cover it. So if you run over it,
you went into it. In fact, just last weekend when we went to another place in Ashanti region, one of the guys said, "Oh, Mr. Afrifa, brah. No, the guy was leading me to a hole." Just around,
they'll kill you.
They'll kill you. In fact, they will not only kill you at the Galamsey side, they will go extra mile to kill you, which I'll tell you as we move forward. Even last night, I had an attack. Yes, I had an attack. But it's as if we are crazy. As if no sense of direction. As of Omutu Galamsey. Businessmen, bobo. Politicians, you are
just, you know.
It is just a waste of time. That is what Tumfo told them at some point. You cannot do what you are doing. So I went there on a top speed with my brother. Went to instruct him to stop. If he doesn't, I'll shoot the tie.
Did you have a gun?
Oh, yes, I had. I'm a rebel.
That's good. You had a gun?
Yes, I had a gun because I knew as we were going, anything.
You're going to a war zone.
It's a war zone. Either they survive or I survive. So I
Galamsey nkomo recently nkomo abaswa ekoso gidigidi o share the rate ya Galamsey ekoso na epompo enya effect ya na chisa no ayetin ama nkomodie ekoso fa Galamsey ho kwan be fa so to ase na nipa ba ko a ese ye ka Galamsey new conversation ya sparky ho ya intimi nyini din film Katakyie Afrifa of Angel FM Angel TV na wachirechirem kwanya ofaso ene amane a wafam pa emra eba se wo pese otu anamoi threat ahodo a wafam etututu ahodo amana bia yitu ye ewo Galamsey site ya nyame nko anka wotu amane a ono ankasa fam ose etututu ekoye Chinese wo fam pa wabobo MPP amanyuko no mpanifo bi din so ono ankasa MPP ni na nso sa bone ewo maimu ahemfo bi nso wabbo mudin wabbo businessmen fo bi din esentwefo journalist akese bi Katakyie Afrifa bo mu nyina din se sa o mu nyina yɛ kyire na sa ansem hunu sebe ekoso wo maimu ASIASE TV we so subscribe na video bi drop ya obey first person to watch share your videos on social media na comment so abusia enya abotre pa na
the intervention of whoever supreme being that is guiding my steps.
So
about 2 minutes is even too long. Every 30 seconds there's this big truck, very huge. Our day Katakyie port to be exported away. Anua. Then from Bodia Junction going to Asankragwa, you see that the activities of Galamsey is no longer a threat. The people are doing a left, right, center on the roadside. It's just haphazardly.
When you say the activities of Galamsey, you mean they are digging for gold everywhere?
Digging for gold everywhere, uncontrolled. So messy a situation that if you are a human being of conscience, this thing should hit you and alarm you that what is going on. So we moved to Asankragwa. We went there, I saw it, I was alarmed. I said, what is the meaning of this? We came back and I said, I'm going to now report the Tales from the Death Trap. That was the name I gave to my ex. Tales from the Death Trap. Because it's a trap. Yeah, Death Trap. Because it's a death trap. Whatever we are doing today, if we don't take care, in the next 5 years, all of us will be extinct. Because water is life. And it is said that the day the last tree dies, the last man will die. We are destroying all our water bodies. I said, okay, let me go and report the Tales from the Death Trap. I came to buy a drone from my own pocket money, about 26,000 Ghana cedi.
You bought a drone?
Yeah, I bought a drone. Because I wanted to give them a real feel of how it looks like when you go up the sky and you watch it. So we got there, we had gone to a place called Tanonumri. When we got there, there was no forest. They had actually eaten all the forest. And I use the word eating because I know Mokano. Almost ye didim. Almost ye forest, no. Sano mukano. Ye dinsu ye deforest. And I said, okay. So from Tano Numre, then we had the information that the other side of Tano, which is Tano Anua and the environs, the activities there is terrible. So we decided to go there. We went to the first site. That was mainly Ghanaian youth who were doing their own thing. Now, Omato, machine, good catches. So, they call around and baby who go do. But most often than not, if these young guys are going to do that, that means a bigger excavator activity had gone on. Now, China for we are no more boys.
Go and look at the
leftovers. So we got there, and I saw several thousands of Ghanaian youth in one concession, and the concession is about 25 acres. And I said, these boys are not my target. So I'm not even going to ask them anything. I got there, we all...
So all the boys are there like mining openly?
Mining openly. No direction, no authority, nothing.
But you said, these are not my target.
No, these are not my target. Because these are people who cannot even afford excavator. They cannot afford champagne. So my target were for those who were behind these activities to be unveiled. I spoke to some of them. They mentioned names. Big names.
You talked to the young boys?
The young boys. And you'll be shocked. Journalists, chiefs, politicians.
You are mentioning these names.
Oh, Papa, they are the ones behind it. Everyone in this country. It's as if we are crazy. As if no sense of direction. Asofo Omutu Galamsey. Businessmen for the bobo. Politicians, you are
just,
it is just a waste of time. That is what Tumfo told them at some point. And Golaya Mochichu Monede, Yanina Momo Galamsey, this community. Then let's target them and stop this hypocrisy. So we went to the first site. Then from there I moved to the second site. When we got to the second site, I nearly fell into a deep hole that day. There, we all
so all the boys are there like mining openly.
No direction, no authority, nothing.
But you said these are not my target.
No, these are not my target. Because these are people who cannot even afford excavator. They cannot afford champagne. So my target were for those who were behind these activities to be unveiled. I spoke to some of them. They mentioned names. Big names.
You talked to the young boys?
The young boys. And you'll be shocked. Journalists, chiefs, politicians.
You are mentioning these names.
Oh, Papa, they are the ones behind it. Everyone in this country. It's as if we are crazy. As if no sense of direction. Asofo Omutu Galamsey. Businessmen for the bobo. Politicians, you are
just,
it is just a waste of time. That is what Tumfo told them at some point. And Golaya Mochichu Monede, Yanina Momo Galamsey, this community. Then let's target them and stop this hypocrisy. So we went to the first site. Then from there I moved to the second site. When we got to the second site, I nearly fell into a deep hole that they've intentionally created.
Intentionally?
Yes, so when you get there, in order for you not to come catch them, they've actually dug so many secret holes and cover it with leaves and stuff. I nearly fell into it. But for the intervention of whoever supreme being that is guiding my steps.
So they actually dig it and then they cover it with leaves?
They cover it.
So if you run over it,
you enter into it. In fact, just last weekend when we went to another place in Ashanti region, one of the guys said, "Oh, Mr. Afrifa, brah. Not knowing the guy was leading me to a hole." Just around that in the same area. I said, no, this place cannot be. Now, I tap here, and I said, "What tap here now?" And this guy was laughing.
So he was...
Yeah.
Wow.
They will kill you. If you try anything...
The intention was to kill you?
They will kill you. In fact, they will not only kill you at the Galamsey side, they will go extra mile to kill you, which I'll tell you as we move forward. Even last night, I had an attack. Yes, I had an attack. But come back to what happened. So when we went to the second site, there were several thousands of youth. Several. Some of them, I was told, come from even far and near Burkina, Cote d'Ivoire, to come and mine here.
Oh my
No sense of direction. They are destroying the forest, destroying water bodies. And I said, this is not right. So me no mo di nkomo no mo kire say China for no share inside our more year heavy activities. And for me to move on a top speed, when I got there, there is a river called Katakyie River. So the Katakyie River is one of the adjoining rivers of the Tano River. And these people had heaped a huge sand in the way of that river. Not even as if they are pumping it to a certain pond, which ordinarily is the normal practice. They pump the water into a pond. Now what they do is that they block the way of the river, just so the river will get dry, because almost say a one gold.
So practically cutting off the river.
Yes.
To dry up
the place.
So they can get the gold.
So they can get the way of the river. And they've done it to several big rivers in this country. Tano River, deliberately, because of the mining activities on that Tano River, if we do not take care and proper steps, cogent steps to reclaim it, in the next 2 years, we shouldn't see anything called Tano River in Ghana.
In the next 2 years?
In the next 2 years. That is even me being charitable. There should never be anything called Tano River in Ghana because of what is happening around the Tano banks. Because almost here, no, Tano issue, they are diverting issue, na excavators issue, na momu, etu. So when I got there and I saw the Chinese guys, me do ona baako ete nkwanche wa no hwe ne dwoto na baako nso twitwa a green grass carpet here ayibi. So the green grass carpet is actually one of the things they use to catch the gold. Omo they set champagne nanoa. Now omo wash it. So as they are washing, then the green grass will be catching the particles of the gold. And when they finish, they will go and dump it. So when I got there, I saw one of the Chinese guys on the excavator. I said, no, you cannot do what you are doing. So I went there on a top speed with my brother, went to instruct him to stop. If he doesn't, I'll shoot the tie.
Did you have a gun?
Oh, yes, I had. I'm a rebel.
That's good. Next question. You had a gun?
Yes, I had a gun because I knew as we were going, anything.
You're going to a war zone.
It's a war zone. Either they survive or I survive. So I instructed him, if he doesn't stop, I will shoot the tie of and in fact, I would have done it. For the interest of the nation, I don't care whether I was breaking the law or not breaking the law, because there is nothing even called law. So, Baba, fast forward, I instructed them to come down, brought the three of them together and asked them exactly what they are doing on the land. Where are
all
they?
on the
excavator, yes. So I walked them to the other side, and I said, where are your documents that gave you permission? The right to forest entry, the mining lease, where are the appropriate documents that gives you? They couldn't provide any. Then they said, oh, police. I said, police. It's police law. So apparently the police in those vicinities are the ones actually aiding them. So when I say we are crazy, we don't have we are gradually becoming a failed state. That those that are supposed to even protect us, they end up being part of the people to destroy our lands. The police, the national security, willingly. The way they used to fight to go for peacekeeping, now they don't even want to go for peacekeeping no more. Most commanders want to be transferred to Galamsey areas just so omudu omutebo bekwa kwesi wona and ye concession site ye will be an boy ye twamano. And we are aware as a nation. The police is aware, national security is aware, BNI aware, the military is aware. Nobody is doing anything. They are all aiding these foreigners to destroy our lands. I said, no, we cannot continue like that. So myself and my brother, we remember that article, section 12 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act in 1960 gave us a right to citizens arrest. He said, come on, Muvamus, my friend, we've arrested you.
So you conducted a
citizens arrest under the law. When we got there, they had actually instructed their security guards to block the barricade. They've actually created barricades on the way. Then,
the security guards are there, spokes, I guess.
Yes. No, they have actually come in with bodyguards, tough guys. One of them instructed my cameraman to drop it. I said, my friend, you don't have what it takes to instruct my guys. We fought for a while, then I had my way. So when I got to the barricade, the time I had arrested them, they had locked it. So in one of the footages, you see that I was using pump action to open the gate. And that was what happened. So we opened it, we transferred them to Asankregua. When we came and showed the footage, that is what actually sparked the conversation on the whole Galamsey thing again. And this time around, I think the cry is very loud that as a nation, we cannot continue to play politics with what is happening. Because if we continue to play politics with what is happening, it is no more about MPP and NDC. All of us are going to die.
It is not.
It's crazy. the things happening in the other side of the country. So what is more alarming, Papa, is that the moment we show this video, you get calls from all over the country, from Keta, from Adidome, from Manson Kwanta.
They were calling the station?
Telling my phone number.
Oh, your phone?
Yes, my phone. So they'll call you from Jacobu and say, oh, Jacobu, they've actually destroyed the forest, a Aprapama forest, of as big as that of the whole of Kumasi. They will tell you that, in Zima, they will tell you, I am free. Everywhere. They are so, even the north. And I'm like, what is going on? So we are destroying our water bodies at the same time all over the country. All over the country. I said, no, this is not right.
Wow.
This is not right. Funny enough, the National Security had actually conducted a survey, and they know all the Galamsey operators in Ghana.
They know
for which I have the whole list, the full list with me. All the big men behind them, all the financiers, the Chinese people that come in. Political class, they go to China and seek for Chinese people to come home. That's recently where we went to on Saturday. A whole constituency chairman had gone in to bring several Chinese people from China.
The constituency chairman.
Constituency chairman. This very one that we arrested them is actually one of the big boys in our party, my party, that had gone in for them to bring them just some few months ago to come and destroy our lands. And I'm like, are we crazy? What breed of human beings are we? That the lands that belongs to us, we are able to sit down and nothing pricks our conscience. It's not even as if that the people themselves voluntarily come here. We go there to seek for them and say, for the sake of greed and selfishness, come in and destroy our lands haphazardly, so that I will make money and the larger society will suffer. But we cannot sit down as a nation like that, Papa. We cannot. And some of us are not cowards. Some of us were not born to be cowards. So we say we will speak out, and that is exactly what we are doing right now.
And what you just said reminds me of, I remember at one point where I think it was a Chinese ambassador was asking how the Chinese get into Ghana.
The Chinese ambassador.
It's not us that, is it not Ghanaians that let them in?
Exactly.
To show them where?
Exactly.
And he says, go to South Africa to see whether you see any Chinese company mining in South Africa. It doesn't happen there.
Even the Chinese have done nothing without the support of our Ghanaian people.
Yeah.
Our own brothers. Those that are supposed to take care of the people, but instead of being leaders, they become misleaders. Greed and selfishness has filled them. Even in my own party, greed, selfishness has filled most of them. It is not different from the other side, the two of them. And the danger in it is that we do not even have an option to want to go to A or come to B. Because now the moment political power changes hands, the next batch of people that is organized economic criminals, and I use this, my party is part of it. When people give you power, the sovereign will of the people, you are supposed to serve the people with that power, inure to their benefit. Let my party come and tell me how the activities of this Galamsey is inuring to the benefit of anybody. Then Abu Jinapo gets paid every Monday, first Monday of the month. What is the duty of Abu Jinapo? He's supposed to protect our lands, protect our water bodies. Why is he still at post? The question I've been asking, I haven't gotten an answer. Why is Abu Jinapo still at post? But in this country, obviously, we worship positions and nonsensically.
We do.
Everybody. So I have calls from most of my brothers in my party. As they got the into election year, you people are senseless. Why are you not asking yourself, election year, So you have a problem with me saying the wrong things you are doing, and not you, the wrong things you are doing. So first you must tell yourselves that the wrong things that we are doing is what is going to send us to opposition. Something I wish it never happens, but it looks like what we are doing, it will send us to opposition. So maybe we cannot do MPP and this anymore. As a nation, we must collectively come together and speak in one voice, in one unison, and tell them that enough is enough. This nonsense must stop. So myself and a few other people, we've declared 11th November as National War on Foolishness.
11 November.
Yes.
Just from last month. 11 November.
11 November.
It's a national war on foolishness.
War on foolishness. Yes, I'm not against entirely our youth going into mining activities and making money, because after all, if the Newmont, the Anglo go there or whatever, they get the money, they take it away. So I want the youth to be able to extract the natural resources and make money so it stays in this country. But is that the way to go about it? This is not the way to go about it. And everybody is quiet, Papa. Said the eight being Kiano to Musa. So many who fabric by the obey and I'm a trust.
What was the girl? What was I Sam who cries? But no. All jokes aside, I mean, it is great. Because until people develop that conscience and realize that the nation first, and whatever needs to be done, we will do to protect our nation, we are lost. And so I'm glad that, you know, I don't know whatever you learned from me, I'm glad that the nation is the bigger picture for you.
People have lost the sense of patriotism and love for their nation, because when they see the people that are supposed to lead them, the people are so greedy, the people are so selfish, the people don't have any conscience in them. Because if you do have conscience and you are a leader, so to speak, and you go and buy excavators and you put it in the waterway, destroy the water at a very alarming degree, and nothing pricks your conscience that it is wrong, the people following you will do same.
Yeah.
And in fact, when Akufo-Addo in 2020 announced, I think 2018 or so, announced that all activities of Galamsey should cease, most of these young youth actually ceased because they understand that what they were doing was wrong. Then all they realize is that somebody sits in Accra called the Minerals Commission. So they live in Ayamfuri, they live in Bodie, they live in Asankregwa, they live in Jakubu. Then somebody is in Accra will come in with excavator, enter their forest, begin to dig and make all the money. What do you expect the indigenous of that land to do? They will join and destroy it. So for me, it is about leadership. We don't have one. If we do have one, the mining activities could have been streamlined and we don't need to destroy our waters to make money. But unfortunately, the greed of the selected few, and Papa, I say this thing every time, there is so much in this country for everybody's need. So much in this country for everybody's need. But unfortunately, we do not have enough for the greed of the selected few, the 1% political class, the 1% traditional class, the 1% clergy, the 1%, all of them, they've connived, taking advantage of the ordinary masses, making capital out of the misery of the people. This is not how to build a nation, and we can't simply go on this way. And for me, the people should rise up, go into the bush, and begin to chase the Galamsey ASIASE. When people rise, just as Exp0ses people did just recently as Achima Nyinasing, the chief of Achima Nyinasing, who has declared that not only will he sack you, but he shoot and kill when you get to his land and you destroy his water bodies.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. And that is the kind of courage that we are asking our people to gather. That we are the sons and daughters of Kwame Nkrumah. We are the sons and daughters of King Niko Braboni III. We are the sons and daughters of Prempeh I, those that fought for the freedoms of our nation. How all of a sudden have we become cowards condoning nonsense and everybody is